It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll be watching the Falcons' veteran linebacker, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Falcons and the Rams, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis, as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, it's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game, maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space, even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want, when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The numbers for Jones last week, 18 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Now left side on the swing pass. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. He finds his man, it's Charlie Kohler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, the 2nd-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Rodgers now to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it to about the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught by Evans. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones completes it to Davis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
In 2021, Corey Davis made the move from the Tennessee Titans to the New York Jets, but injuries limited to only 9 games. When healthy, though, he had begun to show the promise that made him a top 5 pick by the Titans. A promising rep there, getting a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in here by Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw is Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set them back for 2nd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And, it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. The Rams are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Myers. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Chase. A beautiful fake. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Got his target. That's Kohler. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
An inside give to Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, Jones steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jack Lemon-Jenkins. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Rodgers. There's Evans again, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And again, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked up by Brian McDougal. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Jones, a final shot before break. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense and QB Mac Jones running back out. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You complete 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Jones. And that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And Chubb will try the middle here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt like he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Ball start, offense.
This third down just got even more difficult. Third down and 15 after the false start. Here's Rodgers to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He will find his man Chase complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rodgers' throw caught by Kohler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Now the toss to Jones, rolling right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Rodgers now on third and goal. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2.
From just shy of midfield, Jones rolling to his left. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Jones on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The give is to Jones. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, it's Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give to Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it down to the 28. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, it's Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw again. On the screen, Bernard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Well, do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
They'll look to throw again. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to Nick Chubb.
On 2nd and very short. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put on the bread that you've.
Now just. And he's got it to about the 40.
Number 33, Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Drops it off for Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown, incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So out come the Falcons now.
CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So a win here for the Falcons. We've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.